A pleasant good afternoon from Morovia. Welcome to King's News Broom. 45 minutes of news about Liberia and elsewhere. I'm Stephen Compton. First, the headlines. Solidarity and trust for a new day strongly condemns Liberia Council of Churches campaign for its December 17 nationwide protest cancellation. Stand Chairman Moba Molu accused LCC of being compromised. Green Crew County Senator nominee Batikwai calls for institutionalization of a national sanitation day. Summit bill to Senate plenary to declare first Saturday of each month says it will reduce poor waste management. And also coming up in the news, House of Representatives proposes creation of 14 additional districts in 9 counties, with Monserrato County accorded 4 new seats, but citizens describe the proposal as new additional burden and political tactics. Away from whom 11 Nigerian military officers were briefly detained in Burkina Faso after their aircraft made an emergency landing in the country. Burkina security sources have told the BBC. Details of these developments, the news bulletin, and the actual voices of the news makers are all packaged. We're taking a very short break to be right back. Welcome back and thanks for being there. Let's now cross over to Sam Andrew for the bulletin of news.
Amid calls for the cancellation of December 17 nationwide protest, STAN has sharply responded to the Liberia Council of Churches, describing it as a once sacred body that now reduced itself to a political choir for a corrupt regime. In response to the Liberia Council of Churches campaign against the December 17 protest, STAN Chairman Molba Molo accused the council of being compromised and ignoring the cry and interest of the Liberian people. Mr. Molo added, while Liberians are starving due to severe hunger and bleeding from police brutality, heads of the Liberia Council of Churches are feasting on the same table with those he referred to as political gluttons. The Solidarity and Trust for a New Day chairman, who vowed to proceed with the nationwide December 17 protest claim, any clergy that bends scripture to please the president is not serving Christ. According to Molba Molo, the Liberia Council of Churches' notion that Liberians should not protest because Christmas is near is a cowardly theology. Green Crew County Senator Nimine Batikwa has submitted a bill to plenary of the Senate entitled An Act to Declare the First Saturday of Every Month National Sanitation Day. Speaking with reporters following the submission of the bill, Senator Nimine Batikwa said the bill aims to declare and institutionalize the monthly nationwide cleanup campaign introduced during the administration of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf under the stewardship of former City Mayor Mary Brough. The Green Crew County Senator added that the bill will be named after the former Morovia City Mayor Mary Brough as Mary Brough National Sanitation Day. Senator Batikwa noted that dedicating the first 4 hours of every first Saturday to cleaning homes, business areas, and public spaces once play a pivotal role in promoting cleanliness, public health, and civic responsibility. In another development, Senator Batikwa on Tuesday denied claims of linking him to a company subtracted by ArcelorMittal. He described the allegation as baseless and challenged his accusers to present evidence. 14 additional electoral districts are expected to be created across 9 counties in Liberia ahead of the 2029 general and presidential elections. Upon the creation of the districts, Liberia will have a total of 87 electoral districts, putting the country's future total number of legislators to 117. Counties to have districts: Montserrat 4, Nimba 2, Bong 2, Mangibi, Grand Bassa, Grand Cape Mount, Grand Jide, Lofa, and Maryland 1 seat each. To ensure the creation of additional electoral districts, the House of Representatives endorsed its Joint Committee on Elections and Inauguration, Judiciary and Good Governance and Government Reform report, calling for 14 additional seats. In another development, the House of Representatives Tuesday voted to endorse and amend the Local Government Act. It follows a submission of a comprehensive report from the Joint Committees on Judiciary and Internal Affairs. The Liberian government said it has made significant progress in major sectors, including energy, transport, among others. The government also claimed it has made significant strides in addressing the country's bread and butter issues, pointing out improvements in transportation, electricity access, production, and job creation. Assistant Finance Minister Wellington Bachu made the assertion during the launch of the UN Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework for 2026-2030. He highlighted a major drop in the transport fares due to ongoing road works, noting that traveling from Maryland County to Monrovia has been made easy due to paved roads. The Independent Information Commission has convened a major stakeholder validation session for its new 5-year strategic plan, signaling a renewed commitment to transparency and accountability and a revised freedom of information regime in Liberia. Held at St. Stephen Episcopal Church in Senka, the program brought together representatives from government institutions, civil society organizations, the disabled community, and development partners, as well as the media. Remarking, Joash Hodges, commissioner of the Independent Information Commission, described the plan as a critical milestone for the commission. He noted that upon assuming leadership in 2024, the Commission inherited an expired strategic plan and an FOI environment facing significant decline. A group of disabled persons in Monrovia have expressed disappointment in the head of the National Commission on Disability, Sam Dane, over what they described as betrayal and marginalization. Speaking to Kings FM, a visually impaired person alleged that the commission head has consistently ignored the well-being of many persons living with disabilities. Some have accused Sam Dane of corruption, claiming that funds received from the national government intended to empower persons with disabilities have been diverted to personal use. Former Montserrat County Superintendent Grace Brown has accused Deputy House Speaker Thomas Fowler and Montserrat County Senator Sir Joseph of obstructing development initiatives in the county during her tenure. Speaking in Monrovia, Manapan claimed the Lofa County District lawmaker was heavily engaged in multiple corruption during her tenure. His tenure as representative of the county. According to her, the alleged action of Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler and other members of Montserrat County Legislative Caucus significantly undermined the development efforts of Montserrat County and surrounding areas during the government of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The former Montserrat County Superintendent is calling on the leadership of the Unity Party to disengage all political ties with Representative Thomas Fowler. describing him as an extreme political opportunist. She characterized the deputy speaker as someone who aligns with himself with any ruling government, regardless of its values or administrative policies. The former superintendent warned that any attempt by the Unity Party government to continue political ties with the deputy speaker could contribute setbacks to both Unity Party and the government. The Governance Commission and the Law Reform Commission are said to be working together purposely to encourage the appropriation of authorities to approve the updating and rewriting of the Constitution. GC Acting Chairman Professor Alaric Topa disclosed that due to evolving and changing circumstances, there is a need to review and update the Liberian Constitution. Professor Topa made the disclosure when he addressed the media on the state of affairs of the Governance Commission in Monrovia. According to Professor Alaric Topa, the Governance Commission, in collaboration with the Law Reform Commission and Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, will also be reviewing the anti-corruption laws in order to update them.
I'd like to say many thanks to Sam Andrews for the bulletin of news. It's a regular feature on King's News Broom, 45 minutes of news about Liberia and elsewhere. One of our top developments this afternoon, Solidarity and Trust for a New Day strongly condemns Liberia Council of Churches campaign for its December 17 nationwide protest cancellation. Stand Chairman Moba Molo accused the LCC of being compromised. Taking a very short break. When we come back, we'll bring you voices of the news makers. Welcome back. Let's not take our first development. Grand Crew County Senator Numine Batikwa has submitted a bill to the plenary of the Liberian Senate titled an act to declare the first Saturday of every month as National Sanitation Day. Speaking with reporters following the summation of the bill, Senator Nimini Batikwa said the bill aims to declare and institutionalize the monthly nationwide cleanup campaign introduced during the administration of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf under the stewardship of former Monrovia City Major Mary Burr. The Grand Crew County Senator added that the bill will be named after former City Major Mary Burr as Mary Burr National Sanitation Day.
The second is that, yes, I submitted a bill to the Liberian Senate last Thursday, and it was postponed to today's sitting. And that bill is entitled An Act to Declare the First Saturday of every month National Sanitation Day to be observed as a clean-up day. You will recall that during Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's tenure, when Mary T. Bro was serving as city mayor, she introduced the practice of every Liberian observing the first Saturday, the first 4 hours, conduct cleanup campaign in your premises, your home, if you are a business, at your business center, if you are a market, at your market center, everywhere throughout the length and breadth of this country. And since the introduction of that day, it has been widely accepted and practiced by Liberians. Sanitation Day, it should be called Mary Bro National Sanitation Day. So We are going to advise the Liberian Senate as the law will be discussed before its enactment. That recommendation will be made to the committees, the Committee on Judiciary, Committee on Internal Affairs, and Committee on Health that are handling that law, the preparation of that bill for passage into law. So that's the submission we've made. Again, as the third item in our discussion today with you, we have presented a communication to the Liberian Senate, bringing to the attention of that body the act of foreigners just coming into our country, going to the Ministry of Lands and Mines, acquiring mining licenses just to exploit our industrial resources, taking a concern for the people that are living in these communities. The roads are regularly damaged, and when the roads are damaged, government has to empower its Minister of Public Works to go and fix the road. West is the case of rocks. When the people are blasting, the nearby community houses shake, sometimes cracks, affected with their health conditions, and there is no benefit to those affected communities. They just go and take these resources and sell them with no benefit either to the government or to the affected communities. Our Liberian law, the law that set aside 25 businesses for Liberians, indicated the money of sin as well. However, these people taking advantage of our weakness and put aside, bypassing that law and exploiting the resources. But even if they are doing it, why don't they pay the appropriate royalty for government? That will empower the government to repair the damage they are causing on the roads, to equip the hospital that will cater to the people who they are affecting on a daily basis.
In another development, Senator Numine Batikwa on Tuesday denied claim of that linking him having a company subcontracted by Aslan Mehta. Addressing reporters at the Capitol building, Senator Batikwa described the allegation as baseless and challenged his accuser to present evidence.
I want to hear categorically, in a clear term, challenge anybody to bring forth an evidence that I, Senator Numini H. Batikwa, Chair of the Senate Committee on Construction and Investment, had a complaint working with or for the Islamitor. Let that person come forth with the proof to contradict what I'm saying here. Again, as I said, I have no complaint. Dealing with Islamitor or other complaints is official. In my capacity as Chair on Construction and Investment, providing oversight to all concessionaires. I don't have complaint with them, so nobody should insinuate or claim or promote baselessly, falsely, that I have complaint with Islamitor. That's the first clarity I wanted to make.
Grand Creek County Senator Numine Batikwa there speaking. The Governance Commission and the Law Reform Commission said to be working together purposely to encourage the appropriate authority to improve the updating and rewriting of the Liberian Constitution. GC Acting Chairman Professor Elaric Tokwa disclosed that due to evolving and changing circumstances, there is a need to review and update the Liberian Constitution.
There is a need to revamp and update the Constitution of Liberia. The Governance Commission is working with the Law Reform Commission for the purpose of encouraging the presidency, legislature, and other appropriate authorities to approve the updating of our Constitution. We invite you to join us in the campaign to mobilize interest in the review or rewriting of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. The National Anti-Corruption Strategy is outdated. It needs to be revised and updated. Between the Governance Commission, the Law Reform Commission, and the LACC, the fight against corruption and the updating of the anti-corruption strategy is an important matter of concern. We should also inform you that the Governance Commission has involved with the organization of public dialogues on very important national matters, among them effective city governance, the World Economic Crimes Code, the tourism sector, and the National History Project. Governance Commission is committed to restore credibility, efficiency, and compliance by addressing the GSC audit findings head-on and by paying attention to important programs. We are laying the foundation for a stronger, more transparent institution that will continue to faithfully serve the Liberian people. That 79 individuals were recruited between 2021 and 2023 without competitive processes, advertising of vacancies, or documented evaluation reports. The Commission's budget was heavily burdened by unplanned payroll costs. Many recruits lack the qualifications or alignment with GC mandates within institutional performance. Our leadership has initiated the following corrective measures, which will continue in 2026. Credential audit, capacity assessment, reapplication for positions not advertised to facilitate realignment and possible redeployment where the needs may actually exist. Identifying and retiring staff who have reached statutory retirement age. Competitive recruitment framework, transitioning from manual Excel payroll to an automated system to ensure accuracy and accountability. Segregation of duties to HR. The relationship between civil society and the Governance Commission is healthy today. The unhealthy relationship that we made between the Governance Commission and our traditional development partners has been revived. We are reviving the National History Project, and several scholars at home and in the diaspora have agreed to participate in the writing of an inclusive and comprehensive history of Liberia. We are in the process of actively engaging the Ministry of Education authorities for the purpose of printing the copies of the citizen education textbooks that were published by Wahala Printing House. The three institutions, the Governance Commission, CSA, and LIPA, are developing onboard training materials for national and local government officials.
The government of Liberia says it has made significant progress in major sectors, including energy, transport, among many others. The government also claims it has made significant strides in addressing the country's bread and butter issues, pointing out improvement in transportation, electricity access, production, and job creation. Assistant Minister Wellington Bachut made the exception during the launch of the UN Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework for 2026 to 2030.
Our citizens from Maryland County are no longer paying $15,000 above to leave from Maryland County to come to Monrovia, and they are now paying $5,000. That difference in what they were paying before and what they are paying now are being used to address the bread and butter issue. The fact that the government and development partners have succeeded in increasing the electricity access from 33% of the population to now 39.5% of the population, that's addressing the bread and butter issue. The fact that the government and development partners are investing in road construction. Who are those constructing the roads? Are they robots? They are people across every hour, be it unskilled laborers, semi-skilled laborers, or skilled laborers. Most of them are Liberians. Are they not earning income to put in their pockets? Today, if you go to some of our major markets, Red Light, Douala, and other places, you find domestically produced commodities on the market at cheaper price. Let's look at the price for bag of rice. This is the first time that we have started paying just around $2,500 for bag of rice. 6-7 years ago, I remember I had to send as far as downtown to purchase rice that came from Guinea for my family and people that work for me on my farm because I could not afford them going hungry. Today, we have not heard of any shortage of rice. We have not heard of any shortage of petroleum products. In fact, as far as Maryland County, if you were to go there today and ask for the price of a gallon of gasoline, how much does it cost? In Monrovia here, it's around maybe $600, near $700. In Maryland County, they pay just around $700 for gasoline. Is that not addressing the bread and butter issue?
Up to this next development, the Independent Information Commission on Tuesday convened a major stakeholder validation session for its new 5-year strategic plan, signaling a renewed commitment to transparency, accountability, and freedom of information regime in Liberia. Head of the St. Stephen's Episcopal Church in Cinco, the program brought together representatives from government institutions, civil society organizations, the disabled community development partners, among others. Remarking at the program, Hodges, Joel Hodges, Commissioner of the Independent Information Commission, described the plan as a critical milestone for the Commission and the nation.
We took over the RC in June of 2024, and upon our ascendancy, the last strategic plan had expired. But more than that, we have observed and realized that the institution and the FOR regime generally was in decline in Liberia. And one of the things we needed to do was to look within the IRC, find out the challenges, and look at the entire FOR landscape and see how we can reinvigorate and re-energize the institution to ensure a rigorous, rigid, and functioning FOR regime in Liberia. Therefore, we work with Internews through funding from the European Union Media Activity Program, provided a little funding through CIMEX, who have been our long-standing partner in the FOR business in Liberia, for us to craft a new strategic plan, looking at all the issues, the emerging technology, the issue of leadership, capacity building, the decline in donor support. Of course, all of us know the donor basket or whatever has donor is drying out, and a number of other issues were considered. Today is for us who are stakeholders in the FOR business or in the transparency and accountability landscape of Liberia to look at the document and validate the document, meaning you will be allowed to provide critical feedback, dismantle it, so to speak, if I may, look at the document, dismantle it, recreate the document, or whatever the case may be, but the essence is for us to get stakeholder feedback on the way forward on the FOR implementation regulation in Liberia. And because you are very important to this process, that is the reason why we've invited you to come, sit with us, and look through the document and validate.
Also speaking at the program, Madam Lopu Page, Executive Director of the Independent Information Commission, highlighted the collaborative spirit behind the planning process. She referred to the document as not just a plan, but a roadmap for Liberia's open governance future. Madam Page further announced that the final strategic plan will officially be launched on Tuesday, December 16.
What we want to achieve in the next 5 years. So as we leave from here today, we should go say thought that this document is just not for RRC alone, because we are not just the only person to implement this plan. This plan will be implemented by all of us sitting in this room, because you are our partners, you are our stakeholders. So together we can achieve more. Together we can translate this document into a meaningful result for the next 5 years. So I want you to leave from here with that thought that this is also your document. So we are going to compile all of these inputs that you are giving to us. By the way, these inputs also have enriched our plan. So we really want to say a very big thank you. It's not easy to translate your ideas on paper, and that's why you have done to enrich our strategic plan. We want to say thank you. So in the coming days, we're going to finalize this document, and we hope that by Tuesday, which is already arranged, next week Tuesday will be the 16th of December. We are going to launch this plan. Moreover City Hall Ballroom, 10 o'clock, we are launching this plane. So also it means that you are invited to come and see your plane, what we put together as stakeholders, as partners. So we are hoping on your support from today to the launching and to the implementation of this plan. We are counting on your support.
And now, away from home, 11 Nigerian military officers were briefly detained in Burkina Faso after their aircraft made an emergency landing in the country. Burkina Faso security sources have told the BBC. The Air Force C-130 aircraft entered Burkina Faso's airspace Monday without authorization, according to the country's territorial administration minister, Manlid Zebo. In a joint statement, the military government of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger said their prompt investigation framed the violation of its airspace and the sovereignty of its member state. But the Nigerian Air Force said a technical problem made the plane, which was en route to Portugal, had to land in accordance with safety procedure. Well, this is how we got home on this midweek edition of King's Newsroom. Before we take leave of you, reminder of top stories we close the forum. Solidarity and Trust for a New Day strongly condemns Liberia Council of Churches campaign for its December 17 nationwide protest cancellation. Stands chairman Moba Model accused LCC of being compromised. Green Crew County Senator Numine Batikwai calls for institutionalization of a national sanitation days summit billed to Senate plenary to declare first Saturday of each month, says it will reduce poor waste management. House of Representatives proposes creation of 14 additional districts in 9 counties, with Monserrato accorded 4 new seats. But citizens described the proposal as new additional burden and political tactics. Away from home, 11 Nigerian military officers were briefly detained in Burkina Faso after their aircraft made an emergency landing in the country. Burkina Faso security sources told the BBC. On this note, I'd like to say many thanks to our reporters, editors for making this news presentation a success. Sam Andrews was here with the news bulletin, and Janan Pessiman sat at control and ably coordinated the sound. I'm Stephen Compton. Thanks for listening and watching.